What's up, Gear Mortals? Trey Xavier here. On today's edition of Gear Gods Quality Control, we're going to be taking a look at the SE Microphones V-Pack Arena Drum Mic Kit. This was delivered by FedEx, but it looks like something that would be delivered by a guy in dark sunglasses and a black suit, and it would be handcuffed to his wrist. So we're going to crack it open right now, and I'm hoping that it's actually full of drum microphones and not nuclear launch codes. So here we go. This is gonna be extremely, extremely satisfying to cut into. Oh, baby. People think I'm into gear, but actually I just like opening boxes and packaging. It's not a weird sex thing. It's not a weird sex thing for me. Probably somebody watching this right now is like, oh yeah. All right, here we go. Is this some kind of a joke? Is this a prank? I asked for drum microphones. And they sent robot dicks! Well, one lucky robot lady out there somewhere.
Trey, those are microphones.
These are, oh. That's my bad. Apparently microphones look like robot dicks. I didn't know that. So I still feel a little weird touching them, but I'll get over it probably. We got the V7X. This is one of SE's most popular dynamic microphones apparently. This one in this pack is intended for your snare drum. You know, if they're not robot dicks, then why do they have condoms on? Can robots even get pregnant? That's how robots are made. Okay, we got the V-Kick, which has 4 different modes. We've got 2 different switches on here with 2 modes each. And classic, modern, modern. I guess you can go half classic, half modern, double classic, or double modern, depending on what year you wish that it was. We've got V-Beat, we've got V-Beat. Yeah! The V-Beat is actually the same microphone as the V7X, but it's in this sort of tom-friendly form factor, and it's got this clamp. Give them the clamps! I don't actually have a drum right here to clamp it onto, but I mean, you could basically clamp it onto anything if you wanted to mic up this case of drum mics. What do robot dicks sound like? I will make love to you, sex. Wow. I love your oil cans. 00110011. There's a total of 3 of these, so you can mic up a kit with 3 toms, or 2 toms, and then use one like as a snare bottom mic. I will save you time in the studio. I will save you time on stage. Clamp for the V7X. He was on the hunt for robot dicks. Special Agent Trey Xavier. Do you have any robot dicks on you, sir? Then we've got kind of the coolest part of the whole thing, I think. The thing that I'm the most excited about are these little pencil condensers, the SE8s. Not as big as some of the other robo-dicks, okay? But powerful, small and powerful. We've got a pad, -10 or -20 dB. These come in really, really handy. You think, oh, why would I need to turn it down? Why don't I just turn down the gain? And then you plug into a preamp that is just too goddamn hot, and you're like, oh shit. I wish I could turn down this microphone, and then you're like, I can turn down the microphone. There you go. And then we've got a couple different roll-offs at 80 and 160 if you want to kind of take the mud out of it, especially when you're recording drums. That can be really important if you don't want a lot of the muddy kick drum in the overheads. There you go. And there are 2 of those. So look at the frickin' finish on these. I know that it matters exactly 0 how cool microphones look, but this like kind of matte slate gray look, that's pretty as hell. So for around $1,000, you get 7 drum mics, enough to mic up, not an enormous drum kit for sure, definitely a smaller one, but definitely plenty of really great microphones. If you don't know anything about SE mics off the bat, they're actually handmade microphones. They're made in China, but they're designed in the US and then handmade in China in a factory. And so the idea is that they're supposed to be super great designs, really well made, but much cheaper than the equivalent in competition. So I've used SE microphones a couple of times, not super extensively, but I've always been very impressed for how much they cost, which is not that much. So $1,000 for a super high quality drum mic kit is a pretty good deal. Not a screaming deal, but compared to a lot of the mic kits out there, you're going to get a much, much better sound out of these kinds of mics for a much lower price. So I'm gonna show you what they sound like completely raw and unprocessed, and then fully mixed and processed, both individually and on a complete drum kit. Also, to give you kind of a baseline for what the V7X sounds like, I'm gonna compare it directly against the most ubiquitous snare drum mic of all time, the Shure SM57. So check it out. First of all, say hello to the guy playing drums today. This is Alan Casillas. He plays drums in a band called Vis, and he also plays live drums for Hail the Sun. He's gonna be banging away on this ultra sick Tama Star Classic walnut birch kit that we've been using a lot in the studio. It sounds fucking great, as you're gonna hear in a second here. So check it out. So there you have it, guys, the SE VPAC Arena drum mics. How did you think that they sounded? Leave a comment in the comments section below, letting me know if you were disappointed that it did not contain nuclear launch codes and instead was full of really cool drum microphones. I thought it sounded pretty great, but maybe I'm too easy to please, so I want to know what you thought of how it sounded, what kind of drum mics you're using in the studio and on stage and all that. So thank you so much for watching. As always, if you haven't already, mash that subscribe button, smack the bell to join the notification squad, because if you don't, you'll never know when we do a cool giveaway like we do sometimes, and usually you're gonna have to be the first one to comment, and if you don't have your notifications turned on, you are gonna be SOL. And drop us a like, of course, and I'll see you guys real soon.